So we just got done with Maryland Sheep and Wool.
And it was fantastic.
We had a very fun time. It was our second year going together.
This time we didn't get torrentially poured upon.
We'll have to put in some clips from last year. We had to take our shoes off to wade across a river to leave. And today, like, we could have not gotten luckier, like, with the weather and just the vibes in general.
Good company, good yarn, good food. It was a good time.
So for posterity, of course, we vlogged the day. So little beginning to the end moment. Let's roll the footage. Bye. Got a fit check for the day. These are my friends. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Christina.
I'm Regina.
And what are you wearing today, ladies?
Sabai top number 2.
Yes, ma'am. Your first garment, right?
It is my first garment.
So cute. And Gina?
And then this is a self-drafted, I kind of just let the needles take me where they took me.
Creative fatty.
So the bottom part of this is actually the top that I made in the car on the way to Sheep and Wool this time last year. And I decided to revamp it a little bit and made a little keyhole kind of situation.
Love. All right, here.
Slay.
All right.
And we have, I'm
Miss
also wearing my
Clara.
Sabai top. And then this is a free pattern. I think it's called the Pointel lace scarf. And I finished it last night, so it was blocking overnight.
First things first, we had to make a beeline to Hall & Hoof Farm Store. I love how whimsical their handmade ceramic buttons are. We checked out some more ceramic artwork because Christina was in the market for a new coffee mug. Definitely one of the best parts of going to a sheep and wool festival is the community. This kind woman offered to show us how her Turkish drop spindle worked. We then headed over to where the sheep shows were happening, and this girl introduced me to the sheep she would be showing, who was incredibly affectionate and wouldn't let me stop petting him even when I wanted to give some attention to the other sheep. It was very cute. So then we were ready to start with the main business of the day, which was browsing the endless choices. Honestly, Maryland Sheep and Wool is kind of overwhelming if you don't come in with a game plan, or if you come in with a list that you're just trying to find a lot of projects for. Luckily, we were all super open-minded with, if anything, what we wanted to buy, and we're just kind of there to be blown away by the various fibers and people's artwork that we saw. Two of my friends picked up something at this store, the name of which I'll pop on screen, but I was drawn to honestly naturally dyed fibers and wools. I ended up picking up 2 skeins of a pink summer fiber by Local Stitch, which is local to me in Baltimore, so that was a cool find. We continued through the festival and had to stop for a snack because we were quickly exhausting ourselves, like from walking around and using our brains. Something else that I really loved seeing were these $10 a skein mohair suri carry-alongs, which were made with leftover mill ends, which I thought was such an amazing idea, very sustainable and affordable. Something else that my friend Christina picked up, which I thought was really cool, was this vintage knitting pattern book, which we thought was very chic. There was just so many things to look at. I'll just let the clips roll so you can get an idea of what the festival was like. When it got a little later in the day and we wanted to take a break, we sat in the sunny pasture and showed each other our stash. Come along with us.
Hi, welcome to the haul portion of our vlog. Some damage was done. Okay, I can start. This was my big purchase, my Harris Tweed bag. This is like a tweed wool, I guess, weaving company from Scotland. And I lived in Scotland for a bit, so I've always wanted one of these bags. And then I have all the other things I got inside. You guys are like, So first I got this from from local Stitch Baltimore, so I really want to visit their shop in Baltimore because it's really close to where I live. And it's 50% wool, 25% silk, and 25% flax in a sport weight. And it's hand dyed with cochineal in Spanish, which is like this type of bug that they crush up to make red pink dye. And I'm going to make a little vest out of this. And then continuing with the pink theme, I want to make the cloud sweater out of this, which is like a Surrey silk blend. And these were only $10 each, which is insane to me.
I'm Christina. This is my first time here, and so it was really overwhelming, but I feel like I did good. I didn't get to spend too much. First thing I got were these buttons. So I got 2 matching of these little coffee cups, and then I got 1 ladybug. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them just yet, but maybe one day. It's just fun to have them. I also got these stitch markers. They're little cherries.
So aesthetic.
Cherries. When I was good, I only bought really one type of yarn. It is from Seven Sisters Arts, and it is in the shade Moss. I really want to pick a color I never would ever go for, and it is 64% kid mohair and 36% silk. I want to do I think it's pronounced Aura top, A-U-R-A top, and I want to do something with that. And then the last thing I got were these really cool, those are so vintage knitting magazines. They're definitely from the 80s. Just to have on the coffee table, and maybe one day in like 30 years when I start color work, I can do something like this. And that's what I got.
Honestly, great haul, very reserved.
Thank you.
I was not very reserved. I Regina, it's my second time at the yarn festival. And so my most recent bride I just got were these really cool skeins that were $5 each. It was insane. So I think I'm gonna make a sabai top. These like really fun kind of chocolate and baby colors. And then I got 2 pairs of.
Oh wait, I did not realize you got
Of insoles.
the fluffy ones.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna make a pair of slippers for my boyfriend and the fluffy ones, and then use these for my own shoes that I've been having trouble wearing recently. So I got a lot of really good deals today, which I'm quite happy about. And then I got this skein from Seven Sisters Arts. This is like a beautiful colorway. I think I'd love to make like a little like tiny going out top in this. Something cool. It's called Raven's Bride is the colorway. Feels very fitting.
What do you mean very fitting?
I feel like they're Raven-esque clothes, like Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, like very whimsical kind of. I got these 2 skeins on sale for my sisters. I'm gonna make 2 little scarves for them. This one's gonna be for my younger sister, and this one for my older sister. Wow, I got a lot of yarn in hindsight.
This is why we're doing a haul, so we remember what we got.
I got this really cool skein from Blackberry Fields Farms. I think this would make a really cute bandana or like a little like hair accessory kind of deal. And then got a bunch of this yarn to make a t-shirt for my boyfriend. So I've got more than enough to keep me going for the next 2-3 years. Yeah. But I'm pretty satisfied.
I'm gonna pretend this is all mine.
POV, I just spent $1,000. That's beautiful. After showing off our yarn, we headed back to Hall & Hoof for me to pick up some buttons to match this yarn that I picked up. Then we ended the day watching the sheepdog trials, which are always a joy. They usually have these a couple times a day during the festival. And then we realized there was a whole area of tents and booths that we had missed. So we headed back and poked around, finding some stuff we hadn't before, but not buying anything before saying goodbye to Maryland Sheep and Wool and heading home. Thanks for coming along with our big day, and I hope you can make it next year if you haven't been before. Bye!